Brandon Lang standing by right now. Brandon, good morning.
What's up, boys and girls?
Hey, first of all, before anything, I've been meaning to get with you. And by the way, before you make any plays this weekend on maybe basketball action, check Brandon's website out. It's brandonlang.com. I wanted your take on the situation that happened in Syracuse. Boeheim staying on. What are your thoughts on all that?
It's hard to leave when your golf game's not very good.
Yeah, it's hard to leave hard to leave from the NIT, right?
Yeah. I played behind Jim at Doral in Miami a couple years ago.
Yeah,
his golf game needs some work. And when you're coaching and you're involved in it, you can only play so much golf. I remember Steve Spurrier's wife told him, "You need to go back and coach," when he left Florida. When you're in it as thick as they are, it's hard to walk away. 'Cause what do you do with the rest of your life? And Jim is such a staple of that program. It's hard to leave. It just is. What's he going to do? Become,
he's not going to become
Greenberg on ESPN?
He's not going to become a commentator. The only thing they could use Boeheim for is they'd bring him in just to make a snarly remark about somebody, some nasty remark, and then it'd be like one little quip, and okay, see you later. He's not going to be a broadcaster ever.
Jim has the look of the mic guy on the set of adult films. The guy who holds the mic. Oh. He just has that look. No. I'm so the hair's, the hair's going. You look at these sleazy. Like look at the mic guy on Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Jim has that 70s look to him of just that guy. But I'm a fan of everything Jim's done, and I still think they got shafted, but at the end of the day, it's hard to walk away.
Yeah. All right. What do you think of? Do you think that he dictated that, or Hopkins just decided? You know what? I'm going back to where I grew up, and I'm going to be my own person out there.
I think Jim dictated it.
Okay. Right. Yeah. They'll tell you, of course, they're all saying that's not the case, but
of course they're not. But if you think that Jim's in control, then I think people need to.
Every night at the end of practice, Boeheim's in there crying at his desk, and Hopkins is finally, that's it. I can't.
Games left.
I can't do this. I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? NCAA? What do you think of this weekend?
Well, I'm a little torn because I've had one of the best tournaments I've ever had. I'm 7-2-1. The push was the Wisconsin-Florida game where I lose on a 3 at the buzzer, and my 2 losses were Michigan, Oregon by a point, and Iowa State, Purdue, which Iowa State had the lead late. Now I'll still go to my grave saying no way Iowa State should have lost that game. They just show up in the first half, evidenced by Purdue losing to Kansas by about 50. But Saturday, big play on Oregon beating Kansas, and then Sunday, 150 dime winner number 4 in a row here in 2017 with South Carolina. So both teams really good to me going into Saturday. I do know this. I feel that 5 is too many to give Oregon. They match up really well with North Carolina. They kind of approach attacking North Carolina the kind of way Duke does. Quick guards, spread you out, and get open looks. North Carolina isn't the greatest defensive team in college basketball. They want to get out and run and beat you in a high-scoring game. With that being said, 5's a big number with an Oregon team that's playing really, really, really well. So my lean right now is Oregon plus the 5.
Can I say one thing about in contrast, you see Boeheim, and then you see somebody like Roy Williams. And Boeheim, very stiff, very quiet, very
insensitive.
Where Roy Williams is like got super soakers in the locker room. He's running around. He's jumping up and down. The guy's how old? How old is he? He's got to be 70-something. I mean, this guy's like a kid. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, 2 different programs, 2 different systems. They recruit different types of athletes to fit their system. It does look like Roy relates to his players a little better than Jim does, but at the end of the day, Jim still gets some pretty significant athletes to come to Syracuse, and it seems like North Carolina and Duke get the cream of the crop. I've always found it interesting how these McDonald's All-Americans choose the college that they go to based on the system to fit their play. So I think it is interesting, the contrast between the two.
Here's how they choose: heads is Duke, tails is North Carolina. That's how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's at that McDonald's All-American game last night. If you watched it, how good these kids are now. Michael Porter Jr., MVP, goes from Washington. Coach leaves. Now he's at Missouri. Dad got hired to coach at Missouri with him. It's all from the AAU circuit up. It's all shady, but you still have some kids that are in that game that are still undeclared. So it will be a Trayvon Duval, who I have a history with of helping my boy coach his AAU team 2 years ago. Quade Green, who's going to Kentucky, played in the game last night. Two great kids. That was their starting backcourt for We Are One 2 years ago out of Jersey. Trayvon Duval and Quade Green. So it's interesting to see these kids and how good they are now and the impact they have as freshmen.
All right, in the South Carolina-Gonzaga game.
I personally feel that South Carolina cannot win this game. But with that being said, 6.5 is a really big number. So I'm still undecided on the fence of whether I'm going to lay it and take it with that one there. Right. So again, you deliver a 150-dimer for me on Sunday. It's hard for me to go against you the next week, but I got to be objective and I got to get on the right side. So that one I still don't know, but I do know I like Oregon plus the 5.
Right. Check Brandon's website. It's BrandonLang.com. Good stuff, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Quick break.